I don't know when this video will actually be released, but let's just say that in less than 2 days the rework will be out. And because I need this beautiful thing called content, I will be going through everything we know about this update, which in all honesty is very little. Do not expect this to be too long, because as I said, 1, there is not really much to talk about, and 2, I suck at dragging out videos, which is probably a good thing for you guys, as you will not have to listen through 10 minutes of me yapping about stuff, and also if I'm being honest, I don't give a damn about the revenue, so let's just get right into it. We know presumably a live event is going to happen, but I believe it's more of just a countdown rather than an actual event, because we know how those, yeah, let's not talk about how live events can go. The update description said it will have a special something, but I'm guessing this is more or so just related to the update itself rather than the live event, or the countdown, or whatever it is. Just in case, I would recommend you guys be there for it. It would be lame if they decide to do something like that, because, as you know, live events are kind of problematic, not everybody can get into it. Regardless, if you want to know the time it's in-game, I will not spend 3 hours trying to translate it to different time zones, so just go in-game and there should be a timer for when the event will actually happen. Onto the mods themselves, and yes, there will be 2 modes, and I'm guessing it is a TDX situation with both a normal hardcore and then void core, which is kind of like Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. We will discuss the potential differences, we actually go over the information that we know of about these modes. I think it's a good idea. I just hope that it doesn't make the normal hardcore underwhelming and everybody will just go to void core, because that is something that could very easily happen. I'm open to the idea of multiple modes, but I do not want them being undermined by one another and make one completely useless, either because it's less efficient for grinding or because the difficulty is just much higher or much lower than the other. Before actually going to the gameplay itself, we do have some external news, as in the new towers and also some other stuff. I think worthy of note is the fact that they're remaking the rebalancing UI in the newsfeed, which is much appreciated. I hope it is not too janky, but compared to now where tower descriptions just decide to cut off every single update, I think it's a welcome change. As for the new towers, I am not fully sure on them. We know Juggernaut will be released, however, it is a minigun evolution, which could make the 21k gems in my account, and probably also all the gems you guys have been stacking, still serve no purpose. We know evolved towers should happen naturally as you progress through the game, but if we look at the upcoming towers, 5 of the 7 ones are evolutions. There is still a possibility that the evolution fee might involve gems for some of these, case being in Mecha Base, which is only going to be released around December of this year, because I frankly do not see a Boomerang tower being something gem-worthy, neither do any of these other ones. I seriously don't know why they're doing so many towers that are presumably starter towers. We still know relatively little about tower evolutions, and honestly it's just a matter of waiting until the update and seeing as the actual release happens. We don't know, we have the minigun evolution in Juggernaut this update, and then in the other phases of the updates, we're going to have the Operator, evolution for Scout, Kingpin, evolution for Crook Boss, Mecha Base, evolution for Military Base, and I think that's all of them unless I'm forgetting something from the roadmap, but I'm too lazy to just pull it up right now and go look for it. But I do think now we can actually go over the game modes themselves. Going over the trailer again is pretty useless, and to be frank, there is nothing of note that we didn't already know, aside from the new looks of the enemies and maybe Voidcaster being in it, but it has been always obvious that Voidcaster was going to be in the rework. The not so obvious thing was her actually having a boss fight alongside the Reaver, which is most likely going to only happen in Void Core, and I feel like that would be pretty lame. I'm extremely confident we're also going to get cutscenes, which is the first in a main game difficulty, and also this guy's definitely showing up. Maybe also them, but it'd be weird not seeing them since we are aware of Brood and Gravedigger being in here, so why not show all the others in the trailer? On a side note, the mysteries are here, so have fun with that, and here is the new look of most of the enemies that either are new or were already in hardcore. And then we have this thing. Now the immediate guess would be the curses coming back. I hope that is and isn't the case, because I would like something new being here, but the curses were a fun mechanic which was kinda botched, because let's be honest, what are these and why do they even exist? I like the concept of curses, could have been done better because it is obvious which ones of them are to pick and which ones aren't. I hope we do not get something like this, because then what the fuck? Why would you even choose this? I do not want a 4 million HP Void Reaver speeding through the map, so... And I think that pretty much covers it. as said, there wasn't really much, which is surprising. I was expecting way more leaks for this. And of course, while I was editing, they added the badges for hardcore. So, yeah, we're not getting Fallen King and the other bosses. On a second note, this is Soul Stealer, so okay. And you know, it is whatever, because these are still presumably the biggest updates in the game lifespan. And I just hope that they won't be underwhelming, because TDS does kind of have a bad track record with big updates, which hasn't been happening recently, which is very fortunate. And this is also pretty much the last step towards fully modernizing the game, because after this there will be little to nothing of the original content. We've had every mod being reworked, some being reworked, the events are going to come back. PvP is just ignore PvP. Let's just act like it doesn't exist. Anyway, if you made it here, shout out to you. Have these because yes. And I will now gladly and hopefully not vanish for another 3 months due to my brain malfunctioning and just turning off. So I will hopefully see you tomorrow when the rework actually releases. I'm gonna end up having a skill issue and not beating it after even 1 day of trying.